Hello, this is Nick here, just doing a bit of testing. It's a test stream, I should say, for Atari 2600. So at the moment there's no one there because this is a scheduled stream, but you might be listening to this on the archived bit which comes afterwards. If you are, well, I might keep this up for prosperity, but this is just mainly to try and test out the sounds and see is it doable to do a stream of Atari 2600. So there might be some elements of silence in this, there might be some elements of, well, fun, but I don't know. But anyway, so it's just going to be on and off, and as I say, big patches of silence. But yeah, hopefully we can do some a bit further forward. So let's have a look here. Let's try and set this up as he talks to himself. Okay, right. Well, that doesn't look too bad to start off with. We'll see when I watch this back. I'll obviously be able to see what the sound mix is like and if my voice is coming up across as well. Right, okay, so here we go. So left and right fire. So we are just playing Space Invaders here. Space Invaders was, well, from Atari in 1980, based on the arcade cabinet from 1978. So Nick, I know you're going to be listening to this back. This is you from the past talking to you in the future. How is your voice sounding in the sound mix compared to the actual gaming? We'll soon find out. Oh, I've been hit by something. Right, okay. Oh, there's a few of you there. That's quite you guys are crazy. Right, you might have heard a bit of that. This is unannounced testing. It's just me testing it, so I don't know how loud my voice is compared to the sounds. Thanks, Dave. I wasn't expecting anyone to be there, to be honest with you. Thank you. Right, so how is it? Thank you there. How is it sounding? Is it sounding a bit loud? I know the Atari 2600 is a bit louder compared to the Spectrum, so I've tried to dial it back. It sounds perfect, does it? Perhaps the gain could be a tiny bit lower. I have turned it down, so perhaps I've turned it down too much. Let's put it up a fraction. Okay, right. So the football's finished now, so I thought I'd quickly jump on here. Okay, right, so I've turned it up a little bit. Is that a bit louder compared to my voice? Or maybe I should put it back up to where the Spectrum is, perhaps. I don't know. Okay. A bit louder for you? Was it roughly the same? I could put it back up to where the Spectrum was. I don't know if the OBS is actually controlling it there. So thanks for that super chat, Dave. Really appreciated. I know it sounds a bit better now, does it, Gumdio? Thank you. So that's in line. So I'll do a few games. We might be on for half an hour or an hour there. But yeah, Space Invaders from 1978. I haven't got any notes written down here. But yeah, you've surprised me by being there. So thank you. I hope you've had a good evening there. Yeah, because I would like to do an Atari 2600 stream if I could do in the week at some point. Maybe do it a bit later compared to the Spectrum one. Keystone Capers, is that one? Okay, cool, right. So let's see if I can last a bit long. So the trick of this is to take out the ones at the end, isn't it? I've got Frogger. Maybe we'll have a go at that as well, because I don't know if all the sounds on these games are the same. I know Enduro tends to be quite loud, doesn't it, really? Oh. I haven't got too many downloaded at the moment. I think later on in the week, it might be tomorrow around about this time, I might have a look at the Commodore 64 as well, because, you know, we have a bit of fun, don't we? You can have a few more. Did you have this one? Good stuff, good stuff. Right, whoa. Was you lot all on YouTube anyway, and that's how you called me? Good stuff. Right, just doing some coding. Excellent, that sounds interesting. I wish I could code a little bit more. I know Border 2, of course, but that's probably where my my skills end, really. Border 2. Right, I don't think I could have produced Border 2. Mario Brothers, did that come out on the Atari 2600? Whoa. I used to have this on a handheld, I think, back in the day. I remember it as a kid, but really early game this. Right, one left. Am I going to get this fella? I'm not going to get him, am I? Oh my word. Oh dear, he's managed to land. Yeah, the original version. No, cool stuff. Cool. How many of you are you there? There's a few of you there. That's quite impressive. How do you feel? Is 6 to 8 a bit early for you normally, or would you prefer like a later one? Maybe it's like 9 to 11 or 11 or 12. I'm just trying to gauge it really and try and fit in where the most people would be. Because the Spectrum ones, I think the most it's got up to, I think it's about 40 odd people. But I don't know if people are still on the way home from work at that sort of like point. 8 already in there. Well, for a test stream that I didn't schedule, that's quite good. I wasn't expecting anyone to be in at all. There we go. Whoa. How's it looking? Is the screen cutting up a bit, or is it okay? I know this doesn't move particularly fast. I mean, there's no reason why it shouldn't be worse than the ZX Spectrum stuff, I don't think. Whoa. It's just on my bit rate of about 500 at the moment. But if it's acceptable, we certainly go for a longer stream, perhaps. Yeah. 8 PM, you're a bit. Yeah. Okay. Perhaps I would do. Looks and sounds great. Well, that's interesting. So yeah. I think the Commodore 64 will be alright as well then, to be honest with you. I think fast-moving games will have a problem, but I don't think there are too many fast-moving ones on the Atari 2600, is there? They all got to the bottom. Okay, so that's interesting then. So let's try something else. The screen might go black a second as I try and alter it around. Yes, that's not too bad. And of course, because they're cartridges, well, emulated, the loading times aren't too bad either. Let's have a look at Frogger then. You can probably hear it before it comes up on the screen. Do. Right, okay. I don't know if this is like the same loudness or not. Yeah, NES we probably could do NES then as well, couldn't we? Yeah, good. Thanks, Spectrum user. That's excellent. Right. So, a bit of Frogger. Yeah, because I was always worried it wouldn't be acceptable, but if it's acceptable, great. I meant I get up after 8 PM. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is better for you then. Right. Boo. I mean, Frogger's best on the Atari 2600, isn't it? I've played various different versions on the ZX Spectrum, but this is okay. Okay, well, what we'll do then? This is okay. I might schedule something in next week. Could do 9 to 11 on a Monday, or maybe put something in for Friday. What do you think? What works best? Do you reckon? I mean, I'll already be a little bit tired from the ZX Spectrum one, but we could do another one on the Monday. I think I ran out of time then, didn't I? Okay, right. So let's if the voice and sound are a good balance, then let's take a note of it, because it is at a different frequency to the Spectrum one. So I better make a note where that is so I can put it back again. Right. Well, after this one, we'll have a look at maybe Pole Position or Enduro, because they're particularly loud. They're probably the fastest moving games, aren't they, with the most graphics on the screen. So yeah, these ones are all basic, but Enduro might test it a little bit on 360p. I died then because the log was sinking, was it? Okay, right. So the road's a bit easier to cross than it is in Horace Goes Skiing. Right, let's get at least one frog up there. He's got one up there. Well done, good stuff. Yeah, we'll have a look at Pole Position as well. I haven't got too many Atari 2600 games on here, but I'll try and get a few more. I think I've got Space Invaders, which we've seen. I think I've got Moon Patrol. That's quite a good one, isn't it? Video Pinball, Donkey Kong, of course, because we covered that very recently. Yeah, okay. I think I've got Beam Rider. I might have that in there as well. That's quite a fast one, isn't it? Okay. I haven't got ET though. How many games are on the Atari 2600? Yeah, Asteroids might test it, mightn't it, Stephen? It could do. Okay. Monday's always best for you, Dave, because you're not at work. Okay, what we'll do then, next Monday, if I can keep awake, I've got the internet, we'll do the Spectrum live stream, and then immediately I'll schedule one in from maybe, I don't know, 9 to 11? I mean, this will probably just be, or should it be 10 to 12? I mean, that's pushing it a bit for me. We'll see. It'll be afterwards anyway. I'll probably have an hour gap or 2 hour gap, and then we'll jump in, because it is all about testing at the moment and seeing what's available. But thanks, Dave, for that super chat. Yeah, Julie, hello, Julie. We're just doing a bit of testing here, but I'm told that I've altered the sound of the game, the volume, and my voice. I've been told that's okay now. I've been told the picture's quite good as well. So 2 frogs up the top there, that's quite good. Hundreds of games on the Atari 2600. Yeah. Okay. You're bored of the Specky? Okay. Well, you know, ideally, because people have their own favourite systems, so if I'm covering a lot, if you don't like this particular Spectrum, you could choose to avoid all those ones and then look at the other ones. But that's what I'm trying to do, really, because people like all different stuff, don't they? I mean, I particularly like the Spectrum, but I can see how it bore people who didn't own that system back in the day, pretty much as I would struggle probably with the Amstrad CPC, because I didn't actually own that. 400 games, well, that's going to keep you going for a while, isn't it? Right, so the traffic's a bit slower than Horace Goes Skiing on the ZX Spectrum. Right, so I'm glad I finally got round to doing the Atari 2600, and I'm glad you lot were there as well to point me in the right direction. So, good stuff. Oh, I've done that wrong, haven't I? Oh, look, it's gone out. I thought as soon on the Spectrum version, as soon as it went out of one side, that it was gone. Right, okay. You've been covering the Spectrum for 10 years. Well, you know, sometimes it's good to have a bit of a break, isn't it, really? It's been mentioned a few times, the NES. I can do the SNES, so I imagine I can do the NES as well. What about Master System? No one ever mentions the Sega Master System, do they? I never know anyone that had any on that. Right, one frog left. I didn't have a Game Gear either. Oh look. Dun 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 dun. Right, let's have another go at this frog, and then I'll load something else. We'll have a go at a few ones. The Master System, yeah. Okay. I mean, the Sega Mega Drive might be pushing it on 360p. I did a test one of the Commodore Amiga Lotus, and it was very, very blurry. But I don't know if it was just blurry because of the recording, or whether if I saw it live, it might have been okay. So that might be worth testing as well. There are good games on the Master System, but not as good in the NES. Yeah. I do try to extend out of the arguments of those. There was a few. I don't know if you noticed, but there was a couple of people trying to cause trouble in the chat earlier on. But a lot of their comments were going straight to spam, I think. And I got a few thumbs down for that. But there we go. It always amazes me why someone would click on a video if they're not actually into the system that it's there. But there we go. All people are different, aren't they? Really, and it carried on. It carried on regardless. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, I think we'll do a few bits of testing then. So I've got it set up for the Atari 2600. Maybe I'll do a test. I'll definitely do a test for the Commodore 64. Maybe we look at the NES as well then. Sega Mega Drive, I'm a little bit worried about that the system won't be able to take it, but we can have a sort of like a test, I suppose. I mean, those Master System versus the NES, there's always going to be those, isn't there? There's always used to be, it's called Commodore 64 versus the Spectrum, and it was all that sort of stuff, really. Right, so testing is going good then. Why didn't I do this last week? For 360p, it looks good. I don't know if there's elements of the day where it's better than others. Good, yeah. Thanks, Jason. That's good. That's good to know. That's good to know. Well, let's give it a bit of a test then, because Enduro, I think, is gonna test it quite a bit. So let's blank this out, and then try and load up the Enduro, because graphically there's a lot moving on screen on that. If I can get the thing to go right. Okay. So I'm a bit slower at the moment. I'll improve. I'm a bit slower on the changeovers than I was on the Spectrum games. But yeah, I'm just finding my way on it. There we go. So you should be able to see Enduro now. Now, in the distance, it might blur as we go past other cars. I'm not quite sure. And this game typically is quite loud, so let me know if this changes a great deal. Just trying to set up my system here as it moves across differently. Right, okay, so this is a very loud game. I don't know if this one in particular might have to slow down. Right, so you're looking at the horizon, if that's going to blur at all. Car doesn't seem to be going very quickly. Maybe, yeah, something's happening. I've got full control. I don't think I've got full control of this. Hi Dion, hope you're well, sir. Oh, spacebar's accelerate. I must have known that. Right, okay, that's why I was going slow. Dion, we're just doing a bit of testing. I don't know if this game's a bit loud. I'm trying to get the sound. There we go. So this, I presume from that then, not Finnegan, this one's quite loud then, is it? It's loud, right, okay. That's what I wanted to know. I thought it could be loud, this one. Let's turn it down a notch. How about that? Is that still as loud? Yeah, I mean, this is a very, very loud game. Let me know if that's got a bit lower. Only a little, right? Let's go right down then. How about now? I think all the other games way too quiet now. Oh, man. There must be a sweet spot. What about there? Up a bit, left a bit. No game sound. Right, it's silent now. He turned it down. So there's obviously a sweet spot in the middle. Right, okay. Still silent? Silent night. Right, okay. Up a little bit. We'll get it by smidgens and then I'll write it down. Way too quiet. I've gone up another notch. Is that better? Still silent, Jason. Yeah, man. Up more. Right, okay. Up another bit. Why? That's amazing. It was way too quiet. It was way too loud before. That's amazing. Right, this is like my... Oh, it's better now, is it, Dion? There's a slight delay between you and me. There's a slight delay between you and me of about a couple of seconds. You can just hear it. Bit better. Right, okay, we're going to go up slightly more then. Okay. Man, I'm going to have to watch this one. Touch more, it'd be about right. It's a bit like my shower at home, I think. Still a bit low. Sounds good to me now. That sounds good? Right, let's get a pen. Let's get a pen and write this down then. So, all the games are okay, apart from Enduro, which is ridiculously loud. Write that down. Enduro. And everything else is slightly higher. Right, okay. The Spectrum ones tend to be all the same. You think it's low, not a Finnegan? Oh, my word. Okay, right. Some of you think it's low, some of you think it's good. That's tricky to work with. Right. Right, let's load it again then. Let's go. Right, so some of you think it's okay. Not a Finnegan, you think it's low. Jason, you think it's okay. Right, okay, let's go again then. Let's see what you think this time. Right, okay, so we're sort of like playing it. So pretend I'm in a proper line stream now. You can maybe get away with it being a bit louder. Right, okay. This is when we're like threading it through. Right, that's gone out ever so slightly louder. Okay. So what's that on? That's about 55. Write this down. Right. So I'll be all right unless I cover Enduro. Everything's okay apart from Enduro. That's spot on. Right. Thanks, Dion. Okay. Right. Okay. So let's go again then. Oh man. Right. So this is on my timer thing. That's on 55. Good. Right. So we'll leave it on 55 after this, and I'll try another game. We'll see if that gets too quiet, or whether the two can sort of like sort them out. But I'm wearing headphones. And yeah. I'm zipping along. Hello, Vito. I presume this is just a test stream, but I presume the later streams are a bit better for you, are they? So that you can get there. Whoa. Right, there we go. Let's blast around these. Oh dear, I've crashed into the back of that fall. Yeah, I'm being a bit cavalier with this because I'm mainly just doing testing and stuff. Whoa, it's snowing. Right, let's go around that mob. 55 for the win. So 55 Enduro. Right. Should have left it where it was. See, there's always trick in it. It's good for some people, not good for other people. I just have to take an average and see what would do. This could be me on a Friday driving home. It could be. So yeah, thank you for joining me on this like testing to mystery mystery area. But so far, I think this is my favourite game on the Atari 2600. It's just pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool. Right. So this is gonna be a test then. We're gonna load up another game, and then it's gonna get a bit see if we lose the sound or whether I need to turn it up really. Right. Okay. Can't really moan at the sound really. Well, that's okay then. So let's let's try something else, and we'll see if that mucks up the sound elsewhere. What can we do? I've got pole position. Let's have a look at that one. See if that mucks it up at all. Right. Okay. I might need to put the sound up a bit again to where it was before here. Okay. Now you should see pole position on the screen. Now, this might be okay sound-wise, or it might be too loud again. Whoops. Yeah, I'm just getting used to the controls on this as well. So, if you saw the live stream earlier on, you would have seen me playing 4K Race Refueled. Well, that's good. So, pole position and enduro are the same. We might be able to get away with it then on all the games on this thing, and then I'll just respond live in the stream if I need to speed it up a bit. Okay. Oh, look at the sound of that thing. Thanks, Julie. 20 people watching this test. That's amazing. Well, hello everyone. Well, maybe it just means that people are screaming out from the Atari 2600 stream, but this was just to be a test. I didn't know anyone was going to turn up, so thank you there. So there's already oh, in the wrong gear. I've got to change up gears. There we go. I forgot to change up gears. And I don't need to accelerate. It does it automatically. Well, there we go. I need to re-review this game. So let's see if we can get to the end before I run out of time. So yeah, pole position. I can't remember when this one come out. Was it 1982? I can't remember. I haven't got it written down. Right, Right, good. So this test is going okay then, is it not? Thanks, Jason. Sounds okay. Into high gear. Good stuff. It's a good racer. Did any of you have this one? Yeah, okay. Well, I was supposed to stay on about half an hour, but we might go for a whole hour now. Minor 2049er. I might have that somewhere. I might have that in the thing. When you pass the cars, they do look a bit like, I don't know, like potato waffles, but we'll let that go. We're obviously in a Ferrari. 1983 written on the screen. Well, I wish I could check that, but I'm looking at a number of stuff all at the same time. I suppose I should think about slowing down at some point, should I? Oh, what was that? I've reached the first checkpoint. Well, there you go. Good. Yeah, good stuff. Did any of you own an Atari 2600? I was a bit late on the scene, really. The first computer I had was a Spectrum 48K. But a friend had an Atari 2600, which was quite cool to play. Had a few Pacman games on it. But Pacman isn't really a particular good game on this, is it? I've been led to believe. I think I reviewed it. There's Pacman Jr. and Miss Pacman. So the sound was okay to begin with on Frogger. And then when we went to Enduro and this, it got a bit loud. But we seem to be okay on 55 with the sound mix. Okay. Okay, good stuff. So a few of you had the system. Then that's good. Dave, your brother left it behind. Oh dear me. Well, anyway. I think the goes will be shorter on this system rather than on the Spectrum one. But if there's 400 games on to choose from, we've got a few to pick, haven't we? I think I might have Hero somewhere as well. I might have Hero. If you mentioned that, Dave. Yeah. Okay. Let's have another. So it's all about testing a few games here to see if we get a sound difference on this, and then next week we'll go in properly. I hope this isn't past your bedtime when you're going to get in trouble with your parents for staying up late. Right. Ooh. Yeah, this is pushing the Atari 2600, isn't it? This game. What come after the 2600? It's the 5 something, wasn't it? Or was it the 7000 something? And of course, there's the Atari VCS, which might come out at some point. Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, I've reviewed that one as well. There was a rip of that, wasn't there, called Attack of the Mutant Camels? I think come out on the Commodore 64. 5200, thank you. Thank you, Spectrum user, thank you. Right, there's no point slowing down, is there, on this? Just trying to go as far as you can. It's all about reflexes, I suppose. 5200, then the 7800. Imagine you're driving a C5. Well, that's a good idea. Right. There. So we've got 2 streams in one day. So you might see me, if I don't fall asleep tomorrow, after tomorrow's Spectrum stream, you might see me pop up trying out some Commodore 64 stuff. And then if that's acceptable as well, then that means in the week we could have 2 extra streams. So that'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? It's the way forward. It's the way forward. Whoa, that was close. Yeah, and then we can have a look at NES. See how we go there. Anything more? I think Amiga as well. I think I might have to upgrade the internet, but it will give us a good run. The Smurfs. Well, okay. 2600 is where it's at, Dave. You say? Well, okay. I haven't got a big working knowledge of it. There's the last proper one was the Atari Lynx, wasn't it? Really? Or no, Atari Jaguar, wasn't it? Was that the last one? Not sure how well supported that was. I think sometimes I see a picture of a Sinclair C5 on Twitter. So there's a few of them about. I think. Whoa. Get past that car there. So I suppose this is going to be like the what's it going to be like? The Formula 1 on Sunday. That's it. I do like a good bit of Formula 1. We won't mention those systems. Okay, fair enough. It used to be on the channel that I just did Spectrum and Commodore Amiga and Game Boy Advance, because I love the Game Boy Advance. Then I thought I'd better branch out if we're doing anything like that. Yeah, in television, yeah, I was a bit out the loop on those. Was that the one with all the vectors on? Or was that the Vectrex was all the vectors, wasn't it? The Vectrex. Okay, let's try out as many games as we possibly can then. So let's do a behind the scenes sort of stuff. Okay, let's see what Hero looks like then on this. We could do that. There we go. You might see a man jetpack in a minute. Yeah, it's slightly this emulator I'm using is slightly harder to work with than the Spectrum one, so it takes a bit of a while to set up. Right, okay. So you should be able to see it now. I'd love to do an Amiga stream. I think I'm going to have to upgrade the internet though to be able to do that properly. Oops. Oh right. So how do the control? You should leave a bomb there, don't you? I think that's what you do. And how do you fly again? That's the fire. Oh, I can't remember how you fly in this. There we go. So I don't know the instructions, but I'm just testing it. There. Okay. Right. Okay, there was a way of making this fly, but I don't know where it is. Okay, well anyway, we'll drop down. We'll see how far I can get with this. It's all just about testing it rather than top gameplay. Hold up. Oh, there we go. You're right. Well done. It didn't do it immediately. Well done, Atom Kelton. I'm glad that you were there. Youch, right. So, which way should we go this time? That's the wrong way. Yeah, I'm glad you told me about that up holding up with there. Look at this guy. Is that a helicopter he's got there? Right. Each time we have to go in this cave and rescue these guys, and once you rescue them, that's there. Right, okay. I think I reviewed this on the Commodore 64 as well, I think. Yeah, right. So there's going to be something spooky here, is there? Oops, the light's gone out. Which way to go? Hero's a great game, isn't it, really? Okay, Hero. When did this come out? Early 80s, I suppose. Let's dip down here. Oh, I bumped into a bat. But oops, and now I've blown myself up. Well, thank goodness, you people watching here, thank you. You are the testers, so we won't mention any of this to anyone. And the lights have gone out. Oh dear, right, through there, dump that there, kaboom, shoot that thing, down there, and then we're going to rescue this fella, who's been waiting quite patiently. Right, boom. How many levels has this game got? Helicopter, is that what it stands for, Dave? Helicopter Emergency Rescue Operation. Well, I wouldn't have known that. Do they need any new people to start? Yeah, memorising the game would help. My power's running out. Oops, dearie me. Nothing's being memorised here. Oops. And he's blown himself up to smithereens. Okay, right. Yeah. I know. Normally I would read the manual on these games. It's just I didn't expect any of you to be here, which it's a pleasant surprise, trust me. Right, okay. I was just trying to see what the graphics and the sound were like, to be fair. Right, down we go. Hero. We need a hero. Because these games are so short, I definitely need the instruction on this one. I can't get away with it. Space Invaders I can do. Things where you're just shooting, I probably could. Good evening, Andrew. There, you just finished work? Okay. That's good, thanks, Andrew. I mean, that's what I'm pushing towards, really. I mean, a lot of people are getting home from work while I'm doing the Spectrum stream, so I'm sort of like maybe looking to see if we can do some other streams a bit later on, and this is really just a test of Atari 2600. We're looking at maybe Commodore 64 as well. I might do a test of that tomorrow as he goes the wrong way again. Nick's learnt nothing, but you know, excellent. I'm glad the picture's okay, because I was a little bit worried about that. Right. Take that, you spider. Beep, 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 beep. I think I'll have a quick look at some video pinball after that, because the ball moves quite quick, and that'll be a test of the 360p to see what that can do. Where was the light? It was... There we go, I avoided it that time. Yay! Was it that way? Yes. Bomb that. Kill him. Kill him. Yeah, okay, so I've learnt this bit. Killed that spider then as well, right, and kill that thing there. Okay, right. Happy coding, try Montezuma's Revenge. Is that Atari 2600 as well? I probably could get that sorted out as well. So, it's a definite then. I'll get it scheduled in. Next week we'll do a proper Atari 2600 stream. Yeah, right. Okay, right. Boom. Boom, boom. Is it this way? Yes. Which way did I go wrong last time? Was it this way? Yeah, there's a light there. To go this way. That's it. This looks familiar. There's a hand there. Right, we've got past that hand. No one wants a hand grabbing them as they go past in the night. Not particularly, no. Okay. Kangaroo, which was a single but where I tell you what, Andrew, there was a game oh dear, I've blown myself up. I didn't mean to tell you that. There was a game we reviewed on the stream earlier today called Cosmic Kanga. That was an odd game, that was. Right. Oh man, bling. Depends whose hand it is. Well, that's quite right, really. Yeah. Yes, that is very good. That was a very good point, Dave. Oh man. Right. Okay. So we're rushing through these games quite quickly here, just to see what's. Oh, there's that hand again. Right. Why would anyone have a helicopter jetpack in an enclosed cave? Right. Rescued him. Right. Kaboom! He's turned out the light again. It could be a snake. Oh, I've got onto the lava field bits now. Right. Okay. So let's queue up something else in this rapid test of whatever it is. What else have I got? I ain't got too much here. What else can I maybe test and show? We'll have a look at Donkey Kong. We've reviewed that quite recently. Oh man. Here he goes. He's still here. Boom. That's good. Right. Okay. Right. There's only 2 levels in Donkey Kong, though, isn't it? It's woefully short. The arcade cabinet had 4. This has only got 2. Oh, get up there. He's called Jumpman in this, of course. A homebrew called Go Fish. Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to looking at these Atari 2600 games. I mean, we should be able, if I did a stream for a couple of hours, we should be able to cover quite a lot, I would have thought. There we go. I was always confused about the Atari 2600 because the ZX Spectrum was 8-bit and the Atari 2600 was 8-bit, but it doesn't look quite as well defined. Are they doing something quite clever with the graphics? Yeah, fast food, that's interesting too. That's quite simple, isn't it? But Mega Mania. Right, okay, I'll have to remember all these. The NES has 3 levels. Wonder why they couldn't fit a 4th level on. Right, I've been told that this lady at the top is called Pauline. Is that correct? Is that how you understand it? Commando on the Atari 2600. Now that'll be absolutely brilliant. Okay, memory space. Okay. Now in the review, I wasn't walking over all the bolts here. Oh, look at that. got to work over all the bolts. And I was also told that Donkey Kong looks more like a Bungle from the kids show Rainbow in that. Well, he does a bit. Now, should I review the game E.T. on the Atari 2600? That was. How did I die there? That was quite notorious, wasn't it? E.T. Right, bong, bong, bong. So I'm glad you lot are here. You can say you was in the first ever Atari 2600 live stream, albeit a test stream, so you didn't see a proper graphic on there. It was just a black screen saying Nick's testing Atari 2600 or something. Whoa. Gingerbread men. It could be. Whoa. Don't play Double Dragon on the 2600. It was terrible, Andrew, on the what did I play it on? It was terrible on the Spectrum or something I played on, or the Amiga. It was bad on one of them. Sega Mega Drive didn't seem too bad in comparison. Whoa. Right. You're playing and watching live as well. Well, that's top multitasking, isn't it? That is. Delurder. Right. How far does that thing come across? It comes across. Now, these things going backward and forward, it confused me. I did ask on the review, are they actual monkeys or are they lights or what are they? What are they going across here? There's some strange creatures from the Netherworld that I don't know about. Right, let's stay there. See if we can complete the game. That'd be quite interesting. That's him clobbered. So just got the top section to do now. Do you think they are snakes? They could be snakes, but they got sort of like a head, haven't they, on the front? Yeah, I don't know. It's very confusing. Anyway, it looks like I'm going to complete the game. Oh, I thought I was going to complete the game. That's it, and then it goes back to stage 1 again. They look like croissants. Yeah. Good. Boop. So I'm glad that we got the sound sorted out then. So it seemed to be the secret to this, volume-wise, was to sort out Enduro first, and there we go. So I'm gonna have to remember when we look at the Spectrum again. I've got to put it back up from what it is now, or else we won't be able to hear anything. But I'll probably have to tweak it again as well for the Commodore 64. Tomorrow, I'll have to be, when I get a spare moment, I'll have to go around and save some save states so we don't have to load the whole game, which would be quite useful. Right, boom. Deleted it. Right. So I presume this stage here is the last stage, how it would look on the arcades then, and they're just missing out stage 2 and 3. I'm guessing. Yeah, I could probably make profiles for each system. That's probably the sensible thing to do. That's what a professional streamer would do, and that's what I should aim towards. Right. Right, okay. So let's whiz on then and try something else just to see if all games work on here to any sort of acceptable standard or whether I need to avoid anything. Right, let's have a look at something else on this list. Okay. Yeah, this one might move a bit faster. Yeah. Yeah, this might test it. It might get a bit flashy now. So this game might not be possible. We'll soon find out. We're going to play Junior Pacman on here now, which moves quite quick. Right. That's okay, Phil. There we go. So we'll see how this one plays. Now, this might be a bit much for it. Right, hello everyone. Now, it might get a bit blurry. The screen's cutting out a little bit. This is Junior Pacman, and it's moving super duper super fast. Yeah. So I'm not sure if this sounds too quiet or it's too blurry or something. But on my side, before it's even gone to the live stream, the ghosts are flashing anyway. He does have a little hat, so you can see that, so it isn't too blurry then. Ooh. I'm a big fan of hats. Pink Moose Pacman's on here as well, isn't it? As well, which is pink ways. Dion, it flickers a lot, does it? I must admit, it's even flickering on my screen before it's actually got to the stream. But if it's too painful on people's eyes, I won't bother with it. Is it watchable or is it not watchable? It looks perfect as well, Dave. Well, that's good. I think this is quite indicative then of what you would have seen if you played it on the real system. Yeah, I must get the same hat as the Pacman. Perhaps I should do. Oops, I've been clobbered. You don't think it'll make me look silly, do you, Dave? Yeah, the flicker is normal, innit? I think it is. Right. Right, okay. Sometimes, because that's at the disadvantage, when you review a game where you didn't actually own the system, there might be little bits that you're missing. I mean, Commodore Amiga and Spectrum, I did own those, so if something's up, I'd notice quite quickly. It's only other ones I'm noticing later on, when I get a bit more experience of them. Yeah. Okay, right. Let's have another go. What's the time? 10:30. Blimey, it's a bit late. I'll be keeping everyone up. We'll go to about 11 then. This will be like an hour test stream to get us going. And the Commodore 64 one, if I can make it, hopefully I can. We'll do an hour there as well, and that will set us up, all being well, to do a couple of hours the following week. And so instead of 2 streams, we'll have 4 streams. Hurrah! Oh, I'm dying pretty quickly here, aren't I? Propeller hat. Can you actually buy propeller hats? I'm not sure that you can, do. It might be. If I went to Amazon and typed in propeller hat, it'll probably be there straight away, I presume. Probably quite expensive, right? Right. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oops. Move. Now the original Pacman was terrible. I have got that as well. I think it was just over one screen, wasn't it? So it didn't scroll around like this. My favourite Pacman game, of course, is Pacmania, which is 3D. Okay, right. Yeah, I to be honest with you, I don't know if these are power ROMs or MTC ROMs. I don't know. I might have a mixture going on here. Right. Okay. Again, let's try something else then. So that seemed to pass the test. Okay. Don't need to see that. It's just me mucking about in the background. All about the buttons, really. So we looked at Hero. Yeah, Moon Patrol. That's a nice game. There, right. Moon Alert on the Spectrum, of course, but Moon Alert, Moon Patrol here, and was it Moon Patrol in the arcades as well? I think it was, wasn't it? Okay. So you should now be able to see some sort of car. Yeah, hi Francesco. It's just an impromptu test thing. It's not a proper stream. It's just testing. And people tend to say it's going okay, so we'll more than likely next Monday do a stream a bit later on after the original Spectrum stream. So there'll be a 2-hour Spectrum stream. I'll have a bit of a break, and all being well, we'll jump and do an Atari one and see how that goes. Right. So that's the jump. Right, okay. Right, so we're going across some strange moon. This thing looks like it's got legs. And I jump over like that. Right, okay. I haven't played this for quite some time, but I've already got the hang of it. You can fire stuff out the way. I have played quite a lot of different versions for me. For me, the video is 10 out of 10. Brilliant. So we played a lot of games quickly, and it seems like everything is stacking up, really. And I think, as well, I'm quite confident that even in the real live stream, if the sound was really out of whack, I'm quite confident people would tell me, and I could fix it quite quickly. So that is good to know. Right, we reviewed a homebrew of this quite recently on the ZX Spectrum. It started off a bit more gently than this. Look, the aliens are fighting us straight away. Yeah, okay, thanks Dion. So it looks like the sound we had on Enduro works for absolutely everything. Then, so we'll probably keep it to that. So I'll keep a note on that. So that's that properly set up. Fast moving stuff looks good on your phone. That's good to know, Stephen. So thank you there. So looking very promising then, isn't it? Oh, look at that. What was that? A Ko-Fi went up. Did you see that? That was amazing. I wasn't used to that. Did one of you do that? I was a bit too far away. Oh, thanks, Phil. That's brilliant. Thank you, Phil. Thanks. Excellent. How do these super chat work? Well, they work quite like that. Thank you very much, sir. That's much appreciated, because that sort of thing just helps me keep going. Really appreciate it. So, yeah, as I say, I wasn't expecting anyone to be in this, but thank you. You and Dave have really helped me with the super chat. So thank you very much. So definitely it'll be a Commodore 64 tomorrow, even if I have to set my alarm clock for, I don't know, superpowers. Right. Maybe we can do another Spectrum one later on as well in the week for people that missed the earlier one. Do a recap of the games perhaps, maybe on a Thursday. I'm getting I better get out of control now, aren't I? Well done, thanks Graham, you just did a Ko-Fi, brilliant. Did you see that beep that went up? That's great, I've never seen that before. Thank you Graham, you've really helped me a lot with those Ko-Fis recently, really appreciate it. Good stuff, right. It's available on the Amstrad also, was it this one? Right, so it's gradually moving, isn't it, channel? I'm gradually trying different things. Hopefully you can see some gradual movement. It's important for me to get it right as well. Yeah, good. Tweak. I need to get a few more Atari 2600 games in the can as well, ready for them. I've started re-looking. You might have noticed. I've started re-looking again at the Atari 2600 on a Sunday. Always feel a little bit pressured what I can do because some people want NES as well, and as I say, I might have to alternate these with that. But if we can do a NES live stream at some point, then fantastico. It's all about trying to reach a larger audience, isn't it, really, and keeping a bit of variety in there. Right, Moon Patrol. Good. Right, Boing. Yeah, so on the proper stream, I'll try and test this a little bit better. So that one seems to work. You don't mind any system? Well, that's good. I like you. It's all about, really, isn't it, having a bit of fun and easing stress, really. But a bit of nostalgia can't hurt along the way as well. And particularly if you own these systems, then super cool. I think Phoenix tends to be quite loud, doesn't it, really? So maybe we'll have a dive in there. Okay. Thanks, David. Really appreciate it. I think the a few of you miss out on the early streams, and as I say, I'm going to do a late one as well. That'd be great because I want to involve everyone. It's all about community, isn't it? Really. So this game is Phoenix. Right. Let's see how this one sounds. If I can get it to there. A shield's gone up. Right. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I can't get this one to work at the moment. I might have to, because I didn't plan to work it. Normally I have a bit of a test first of all, there before the game actually goes in. Maybe I haven't got the window activated. Let's try that. Oh, I didn't have the window activated, right. Schoolboy error. Right. I had the one window activated and not that one. Okay, so this is Phoenix. How does this sound? Does it sound good as well? I do like the multicolours of these aliens. That's pretty good. Whoa, be good if I can get to the mothership at the end. But I don't know any cheats for these sort of games, so it's just down to there. Oh, you got a blank screen, right? Okay. How about now? Oh, kaboom! There we go. So that was my fault, and that's what testing is all about. Yeah. Sorry about the blank screen. That was me. Yeah, that was all my fault. I had you on the wrong screen. Okay. Right, let's shoot these birdies. Good. See, that's the thing. If I was testing on my own, I wouldn't have known that. So thank you. Thanks, Francesco. Thank you, everyone that told me the error of my ways. They move fast, don't they, these games? Multicolour things firing at me as well. I mean, this is the best version, isn't it, really, of Phoenix. It's just moving so fast. Haven't got it written down what year this was in, too. Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to be looking at video pinball, wasn't I? After that one, we could probably squeeze that in there. But I've looked at quite a lot of games. They all seem to be standing up quite well as I control this thing I'm controlling now. Looks a bit like the thing that we was controlling in Frogger, the actual frog. 1982. 1982. Guess I thought that was a recommendation for a game. Then I was thinking 1944, 1943, 1982. What's that one? Okay, 1982. Well, it's great for 1982, isn't it? Really. It's actually glorious. It feels like you're playing an arcade cabinet for sure. Oh, they went a bit low then. Oops. So quite easy to get stuck in the corner. The birds are a bit stressy, Radio Poultry. I suppose they are a little bit. Well, so we did 2 hours on the Spectrum early on today. This will just be a 1 hour test, so thank you. And once again, the hour's going past pretty super quick. Okay, right. Right, okay, so we just had the sound issue, and then we had that screen issue, but that was just a learning point for me, where I had the wrong button pressed, but you could hear everything. So that was quite interesting. But microphones lasted the whole time on this, which is great. And the sound's coming off my desktop okay, which was another worry, so that is also good. It's all about learning stuff. Right, picture and sound, you know. Who knows? At one point, you might even see me in the screen as well. Cool. What about that? It'll be under that Ko-Fi bit. Yeah, but thanks, Graham, again for that bit where the Ko-Fi went up. That was fantastic. That was. Right. So I don't know how many hours I'll end up doing in live streaming, but I'm enjoying doing Although it's a lot more pressure, I am enjoying doing the live stream the most. Perhaps that's why. It's a bit like being on stage, I suppose. View count keeps rising. Maybe you should go for one more hour. Really? What is the view count? Is it longer than the Spectrum one? That'd be funny. If just my silly test thing is going up higher and higher. Right. Good. Right. Yeah, the Ko-Fi does help. It does help. Good stuff. Yeah, you've been really helpful recently, Graham. Really appreciated, sir. Really appreciated. Right, so testing. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. I have to be a bit mindful because I'm a bit loud doing this, and I might be keeping up other people in the house because I wasn't planning to do this. But anyway, it's for a good cause, isn't it? E.T. I'll have to track that one down, definitely. Doodle. What other shit? I think I might have Demon Attack. We could attempt that. I'm forgetting these games a little bit from when I last played them. Oh man. I don't know. I'm going to get into the mothership, or I might get on the mothership. So I'll do a bit of practicing, and maybe I'll get to the mothership at some stage. Oh, I got that thing right. There we go, the mothership. Whoa. Well, at least I got here. Got to shoot that alien thing. Oh man, come on! I've got to shoot the thing. Oh, thanks, Dave. Thank you very much, sir. Wouldn't it be good if this test stream ended up being more successful than the Spectrum stream? That'd be amazing. Oh, he's got kaboomed again. Right. Is that my last? Yay! Well, that's something you don't see every day. I've just blown up the UFO thing. Or did he just blow me up? I think he blew me up, didn't he? Let's just say that was a draw. We both blew each other up. Right. Okay, so the screen's gone blank again. Don't worry, that is me on purpose this time. I'm going to try and load something else up as we zip through. Demon Attack. I don't quite. Actually, let's have a look at this one. Right. Okay. The screen is still black because I haven't switched it over yet. Right. 1, 2, 3. It's all gone berserk. Now, how do I control this? Right, I think I've got this due to review soon. So it's us versus robots in the game Berserk. Yeah, so there's a lot of classics here. First of all, the aliens don't go to sleep or watch some Nick action. Well, I might be asleep already. So we're going around this maze. Either aliens will start. Look, the robots will start shooting us at some point, won't they? Those ones don't seem too keen to shoot. Oh, that's the slowest shot ever. Even I can avoid that. Good. So this is looking and sounding good as well. Then I presume. There he goes. This game, I was always a bit confused how you score. Whether you're shooting these things or you just get off the screen as long as you can do. Yeah. Yeah, I did turn Patreon off. It was at a point where, because I'm always a bit self-conscious if people are paying me money. And I didn't think I was producing enough content to warrant Patreon. I know, rare in these sort of days, Phil. You won't get too many people like that. But then I was come really active again, so I turned on the memberships. That's all done through YouTube, which works the same, works pretty much the same as Patreon, but it's all within YouTube, so I don't have to log on to two separate things. Yeah, so if you want to try that out, but some people don't, so. If enough people still want the Patreon thing, I could try and reactivate that as a separate thing, but it mean a lot more work to me, of course, because one of the benefits is you get a members video telling you what's going up, and I'd have to try and put that up on 2 different systems, I think, but not impossible. Okay, right. Good stuff. What time is it in Australia at the moment? Whoa, here it's 10 to 11 in the evening. Right. This is like a nightmare thing. I'll tell you a game I like on the Spectrum. It's a bit like this. Horace and the Robots. That was like what was it? It was a homebrew. That was the thing I was trying to look for. Yeah, Berserk is an awesome game. It's an awesome game. Right, off we go there. Whoa. Good stuff. So we'll be going. The intention was I was going to just go half an hour because I didn't expect anyone to be here. So we'll go to 11. So I'll try this and maybe try and fit in another one. There is another stream, 7:50ish. Okay, there is another stream, a Spectrum stream due for 6 o'clock tomorrow, which I'll pencil in, which admittedly, speaking to a few of you here, you'll be at work or on the way home. But I'll try and get a Commodore 64 in a bit later on, as I mentioned there, all being well. It might be a case on Thursday. I don't know what time you get home on Thursday. Maybe I can do a later Spectrum stream on Thursday. So I'm a bit ahead of my work at the moment. Horace and the Spiders. Yeah, that's a good game. Yeah, I love Horace and the Spiders. Oh, they've all gone blue. So as a kid, the main thing on this would be seeing what colour the aliens are, aren't they? Right, let's try and squeeze one last game into this test then, which has been very successful. Okay. Let's see on my list what else have we got that I can show you. I don't think I've got too much more left here. Pacman, that's not a very good game, is it really? Frogger we've already seen. Let's have a look at Demon Attack then. Let's have a look at that one. It's another shooter, isn't it really? Right, so you should be able to see the picture. I think it moves quite quickly, this one, but I don't know how well it emulates. Yeah, it's a bit like Phoenix again, isn't it? It's obviously influenced by that, but I do like that effect when they zip on these things. Whoa! But only one shot is taking them out, which is good. Has this got I can't remember now. Has this got like a mothership at the end as well? 30 people viewing, thank you. I didn't expect 30 people to view on what was just a test. But if you're still around next week. If you're still around next week, there'll be a proper 2-hour stream then, there, to reward you. Hooray! Unless we can get another one in the week as well. But it's all about covering many systems there. I've been doing streaming for I've only been doing streaming for about 6 weeks now, and I'm just gradually learning stuff. Obviously, you can't see my picture-in-picture at the moment because my internet speed is not strong enough, but you can still hear my voice, and that's the main thing. Right. Good. Right. Stay please. Sadly, you work 4 PM to 11:30 every night except Monday. Okay. Well, you'll still, Dave. You'll still get 2 streams then in potentially on Monday because we'll do 2. Maybe we could like rotate it so the Atari 2600 stream isn't always Monday. We might flip it around a bit because I know like you like your Commodore 64, so maybe we can flip those 2 around. Okay, we'll think about that. We'll flip it about a bit. Oops, he's been kaboomed. Okay, right. Beanie Bopper. Thank you, Radio Poultry, for propeller hat action. That could be. Oh, look at that. I'm being kabooted now. So Atari 2600, a system from the 70s and the 80s. Although the games were mainly early 80s, weren't they? Really? Okay, so it looks like I passed the test then of the Atari 2600 on his very first go. I love these ships, the way they come onto the screen. They're absolutely marvellous. Demon Attack, this one. So I've lost count of how many games we've looked at in this test. Probably about 5 or 6, something like that. I haven't played Thomas the Tank Engine on the Spectrum. I've played a pinball game with Thomas the Tank Engine. Yar's Revenge, we'll have to get that in the can as well then. Kaboom, right, boom. Right. Okay, so I know an hour stream is woefully short. That's what I used to do first of all on the ZX Spectrum at least twice until I worked out what was going on. I think I've got the hang of the devices I'm using now, so that bodes well going forward. So good. So from next week, there's definitely going to be 3 streams. Maybe 4 if the Commodore 64 works. Okay, thank you. This game is amazing, Francesco. You're quite right. Hi, Elf Boy. Doing a bit of testing. Yeah. Yeah, righty-o. So that was Demons Attack. I've got Hangman, but we don't want to watch Hangman, do we? Because what are you going to do? What you can do with Hangman? You're not going to do anything with Hangman. Let's have one last go then, and then we'll say it's the end of a successful, test stream. Good stuff. I didn't really expect 30 people to be in here, as I keep saying, but I'm sounding like a broken record now. Take out that thing. Obviously, there's a strategy with this. The strategy is don't get shot. That's the only strategy you need. There we go. That's them taken out. So one at a time. I haven't done it in this stream, but I have reviewed Empire Strikes Back, and I have got a copy of it. So maybe we can look at that next Monday in the evening. Let's taking him out. I don't know where these aliens are from. What's the backstory to these guys? There we go. Diddly. I went a bit like an Irish folk song then. Diddly 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 diddly. What planet are these guys from? Quite, they're moving around a bit crazily, aren't they, these fellas? Right, Empire Strikes Back. I've got a note of that. Yar's Revenge, I've got a note of that. What is it called? The adventure game. Let's get a note of that. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the tropical fish. I'm a bit down on tropical fish at the moment. I would replace them, but they're a bit expensive, aren't they? Oh, wowzers. Oops, I've been kaboomed twice. Kaboomed them twice again. These aliens, what's their beef? They're like super trolls. Okay, right. So yeah, thank you. It's quite hypnotic, isn't it? Right, thanks Judy. One left. Oh, is he gonna... Come on. This is like trying to catch a fish, not that I've ever done that. Is it the same aliens each time? It's just the same aliens with different colours, is it? Is that what it is? I do feel like I'm getting hypnotised now. I mean, they divide into two ships every now and again. You are feeling very sleepy. That's not what I want to hear at 11 o'clock. They just keep going on and on, these mobs. Okay, right. Yeah, I did look at Hero, but we'll have a look at that in the proper stream next week. We'll probably go for 2 hours next week in the Atari 2600 live stream. Thank you, Phil. Really appreciated. Thank you. Well, this is a bit of a bonus then. So 2 streams I think is gonna help me. So yeah. This I couldn't have gone better. Thank you very much. 35 watching. That's more. Is it because more people like the Atari 2600, or is it because I've just done the stream later on in the day? Is that good? The stickers are fun. They are very good. I do look at them as they all go through. So, thank you for joining me in this test stream. As I say, it was just going to be for half an hour to an hour, but we stretched it to an hour. I think that has been a very positive test. You think it's because it's later? It probably is, Dion. It's been a very positive test, so thank you. We'll definitely jump in next week. So the Spectrums run 6 to 8. We might make this 9 to 11 perhaps, or it depends when the football is on, but 9 to 11 or 11 to later. Yeah, time is the factor, Stuart. Okay, thank you. So that's 2 streams in one day, so there we go. So thank you once again. Can't thank you enough. You gave me some really valuable input there, especially about the sound levels. Thanks, Maestro. Yeah, well, there we go. Well, what floats your boat? So, yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow if you're here at ZX Spectrum live stream. So, till next time, take great care of yourself, and goodbye. Thank you very much. Goodbye.